Welcome. We're the Canton Community Band. We're going to start with the Star Spangled Banner. If you please rise.
Good evening, everyone. As Director Gary Good just said, we are the Canton Community Legion Band, and we've been growing. I don't know if you've noticed the number of people who are on the bandstand this evening, but we're always looking for new members, and we do rehearse through the summer. Look at our website if you're interested, even if you haven't played an instrument for a while. If you feel that you can get back that old high school ability, you're certainly welcome. And as a recognition, so you can see our great new uniform shirts, I'd like to ask the people in the band who are here for the first summer, in other words, the newbies, would you please stand and we can give them a round of applause. We also want to mention that this particular concert is sponsored by the Milton Recreation Department, whose director is Bonnie DeVore, and it is also sponsored by James Mullen, who is a former select person of the town of Milton. You know, music is great to help people have a good imagination. So as we go through our program tonight, I would like to have you be with me on an imaginary journey. The first place we're going to go this evening is the circus. And first of many marches, we're This is a circus-style march, the title of which is Bravura. It's very much like many marches that were written at the beginning of the 20th century as the traveling circuses went around the country, performing under a tent. The composer of this march is Charlie Dubel. He's an Indiana native. He played trombone in various bands, including Barnum and Bailey's. So here we go to the circus with Bravura. So could you picture the elephants in a circle and the clowns and all the rest of the circus? We have another march for you now. And this particular march is called Torch of Liberty, which is quite appropriate, we thought, for the night before the 4th of July. It's written by a well-known march composer, American march composer, whose name is Carl King. I know when you think of marches, you ordinarily think of John Philip Sousa comes to mind first. But there have been others who have done some wonderful work for concert band. This, too, was a circus march. And it was written in 1913, again at the beginning of the 20th century when there were many, many circuses on the road. He also wrote, by the way, Barnum and Bailey's favorite, which is almost like a theme song for the circus. But we're not playing that tonight. We're playing Torch of Liberty in order of tomorrow's holiday, the 4th of July. little bit away from the march scene. The next number is a medley of themes of service hymns. You will hear from the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force. And the name of this arrangement is To Reap the Blessings. So again, the hymns of the United States military. And on we go to a different genre completely. This particular song was actually very, very much popular and used by the military during World War I. Its authorship is actually disputed. They're not really sure who wrote it. It was recorded, however, by the Irish tenor John McCormick in 1914. Of course, records in those days were a little bit more primitive than our sound systems are today. But it was used as a marching song in World War I by both the British and the German troops. So here we have It's a Long Way to Tipperary. I wonder if anyone in the audience can guess what famous American composer has a birthday today. And actually, he has New England roots. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island, George M. Cohan. And our next number is a compilation of his tunes, the title of which is Star Spangled Salute. And he wrote more than 50 shows and 300 songs during his lifetime. So here we have a few of them for you. I'm sure even if you don't know the titles, you'll recognize the tunes. So Star Spangled Salute, again, for the event of 4th of July.
Like a bunch of
Well, we're back to the marches of Carl King. This one was written again as a circus march when he was playing with the Barnum and Bailey Circus. It's not. It's a little bit of different style because it has a Latin style, which goes with the name, which is Pan American by Carl King. Well, there's another Carl King number on the program next, but it's not going to sound like the typical match that you expect to hear. It's sort of spooky, and the name of it is The Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. It was written as a novelty number back in 1910, and totally different style. Listen very carefully to the tubas. Well, how about an extra hand of applause for our two tuba players, Ellie Biedemann and Melita Quesada. Well, another march, again by Carl King. He, again, the early 1900s, a lot of circuses were traveling around the country. Perhaps the best known was Barnum and Bailey's. Carl King was a prodigious writer of circus marches, as you can imagine. We just have a small number of the ones he wrote. The next one is called The Huntress. What do you say now to a trip to San Francisco? So we'll just get on our imaginary airplane and make believe we've gone 3,000 miles in about 10 seconds. And think of the hills of San Francisco and the trolley car that are still in operation. This next number is a World War II. It's from a World War II movie called Meet Me in St. Louis. It starred Judy Garland. Came out in 1944. And it supposedly was inspired by a children's book about trolley cars, the title of which was Clang, Clang, Clang. So listen up, because you might hear the clang, clang, clang of the trolley car. Now with our imaginary airplane, we're going to move from San Francisco back to New Orleans. And of course, the name of this number is Salute to Louis Armstrong. As you probably know, he grew up very poor and he grew up in poverty. He was actually informally adopted by the Karfanaki family and they brought him his first horn. He worked on the riverboats, he worked in the streets, he was popular in Harlem, and of course, the rest is history. He actually won a Grammy, or was awarded a Grammy in 1965 for his vocal in Hello Dolly. You probably remember that. You'll hear that tune and others in this next number, which is a salute to Louis Armstrong. Another great American composer who wrote a great deal of music, many, many tunes, many, many shows, in the early part of the 20th century was, of course, George Gershwin. And George Gershwin wrote one of the most famous, actually what started out as a piano solo with orchestra background, called Rhapsody in Blue. And this year, 2024, is the 100th anniversary of when that tune was written, published, and played. It was actually commissioned by the Paul Whiten Band and was written in observance of Abraham Lincoln's birthday. It was originally played in February 12th, 1924, which of course is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And another great American musician, Leonard Bernstein, wrote an article back in the 50s in the Atlantic Monthly magazine. In it, he made the statement that, you know, you can play parts of the Rhapsody in Blue and you can leave other parts out, and it's still Rhapsody in Blue. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to play the little Rhapsody in Blue. Well, we're going back in time a little bit again. Just recently, on June 6th, we celebrated the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion, which of course was the beginning of the end of the Second World War in Europe. This tune that we're going to play next is a theme from a 1962 film named The Longest Day. It serves as a tribute to the people and the events of D-Day, June 6th, 1945. It's a beautiful melody which captures in your mind the bravery, the sacrifice, and the resilience of those who fought in World War II. I couldn't let that last tune go by without recognizing one of the longest playing members of our band. He was actually in the D-Day invasion, and he's been playing in the band. How long, Howard? How long have you been playing? 1967 you started? He's been playing in the band since 1967 in the saxophone section. And I'm sure he will not be embarrassed because I'm going to tell you he just turned 99 in April. Okay, here we are with another march, and again written by a person who wrote copious numbers of marches and music. He is a New Englander by the name of R.B. Hall. He hails from Maine. In fact, there is a festival, a music festival every year. And I think a couple of people in our band went this year up in Maine to celebrate his music, and they all get together and play. So, but this new colonial march was part of, believe it or not, a Stanford University fight song. But so listen, marches come in three parts: the first strain, the second strain, and the third strain, which of course is called the trio. So listen to the trio of this march, New Colonial. And if anybody has Stanford connections, they might just recognize the tune. Well, we're going back to the movies. Now, if I gave you the name Harold Hill, would anybody know who that was? I guess not. There was a show that went into a movie called The Music Man. And the story was about a con man who went to a small town in the Midwest and tried to con the people into thinking that he could really teach and organize a band. And of course, many songs that you're going to recognize, but the one that is probably best known is 76 trombones. Now we're a little short of 76, but we've got a pretty good section there. So I think they'll be represented very well. 76 trombones from The Music Man.
Zane, come on, baby. Come on, I don't want to stand in front of the camera. Come on.
By the way, for those of you who are connoisseurs of marches, if you were listening to that last arrangement of 76 trombones, you heard just a few little snippets of another great march, National Emblem. Just thought I'd throw that in. Okay, again, back to the stage, and back to 1964, when the musical Mary Poppins appeared on the scene. It starred Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke, and it was one of Walt Disney's best loved movies. So we're going to play songs from Mary Poppins, and I have to stop and think about how to actually pronounce this word, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, or something like that. Anyway, that and others. Tunes from Mary Poppins. the Canton Community Legion Band, thanks you all very, very much for coming tonight. Hope you enjoyed our show. We have one more number. Again, a little bit of a different style. The name of it is Libertango, and as you might have guessed, it's a tango. So thanks again, good night, and enjoy the 4th of July.
Go, go, go.